Hi everybody. Today we're going to review the Tom Ford Red Harness palette. If you're interested in seeing how that looks, stay tuned. Hey guys! Today is the second in the series of Tom Ford palettes. We are going to do the Intensity 1 Red Harness. And you know, this looks like, to me, a very warm palette. It looks beautiful. We're gonna see how warm it is because I just did, if you haven't seen it already, I just did the Tom Ford 0.5 Rose Cashmere palette, and that looked very cool to me, and it did not go cool on me at all. So we'll see what this one looks like. We'll do what we did last time. I already have my foundation on, a little bit of blush, my brows are done. I used the exact same products. And we will go into the palette. We'll start with the bronzer slash contour, the highlight, then we'll do the eyes, and I'll do mascara. And I have a lip and perfume Tom Ford combo that we'll try out today. That'll be different than the one that I did with the Rose Cashmere. So I'll bring you guys in a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start with the bronzer. I will swatch it for you. Definitely has more of a golden shade, but so did the Rose Cashmere. I'm going to swatch it next to Terra. This is Terra. This is the one in the Red Harness. So you can see automatically it's darker, and it's definitely more of a golden hue, which I noticed in the Rose Cashmere as well. When I do the Violet, which is the next intensity, I will swatch all three bronzers and highlighters so you can see them, what they look like against one another. So let's go in, and that will be coming out soon. Let's go in and start the bronzing. Formula is the same, guys. I don't notice a difference between this one and the Rose Cashmere. No scent that I can tell. My hair is wavy today and not straightened as in my other video, but other than that, everything is the same. Okay, so I think that is very pretty. Like I said, it's definitely warm leaning. You can see. But so was the one in the Rose Cashmere. Oh, interesting. Okay. This highlighter is much peachier than the one in the Rose Cashmere. The one in the Rose Cashmere was much more of a gold, like a yellow gold shade. So let's go in with that. Oh, that's really pretty. And very pigmented. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's definitely more of a peachy tone than the other one, which was gold. Let's go ahead and buff that in a little. That looks really nice. I like that. It is a little too brown, a little too warm for me, but I do like it. I think if I were to take this highlighter and the Terra bronzer, which is a cooler shade, I think I would like that. Or even the bronzer from the Rose Cashmere, because even though it was warmer, it was like a lighter hue. It wasn't as deep. Well, we'll have to see how it plays out, but I do like that. Okay. So let's go in with the eye shades. So we have 4 shades. I will go from light to dark here on my hand. The lightest is a very to me, cool leaning color. It's like a opalescent pearly shade. All right, this is interesting. Okay, those are the shades. So the first shade, which is up here, is like an opalescent pearly shade. The second shade is a true like burnt orange pumpkin. Then the third is this like pinky rosy shade. And the last, it's like on me it goes like a cool brown. That's okay. Interesting. I say interesting because those don't seem to really go together. But we're gonna see how those look. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. Let's go with the burnt orange shade. This one here. I'm gonna use a very little bit of product, so I'm not sure how this is gonna look. Oh, that's very pretty. Yeah, that's a really pretty shade. In fact, I love that shade. I just ordered the Natasha Denona bronze palette. If you guys saw my Instagram, I'm very excited. I love Natasha Denona. And this shade that I'm putting on right now has that vibe. You know, it's a bronzy, burnt orange, in my mind, fall. I mean, I know you can wear these shades anytime, but to my mind immediately goes to fall. So I'm actually gonna take this shade and put it on my lid as well. But I'm gonna kind of build it on the outer part of my lid, just placing it. That's really pretty. I like that. Okay, now we will take the rose shade and kind of intensify here. Just lightly over the shade that I put on the lid and in the outer corner. That does look nice. I mean, it's a nice shade. Looks a little dramatic at the moment, but very pretty. Okay. Let's take the lightest shade, that cream shade, that like white, it's like an opalescent, and let's put it actually on the lid here, but like on the inner corner of the lid. I'll blend it into the other shades in a second, but oh, that's actually more pigmented than it showed up before. You can see that. I'll bring you guys in closer in a little bit, but let me go back to the burnt orange shade, and all I'm gonna do is in the middle kind of tie that in a little bit. That's pretty. Very nice. All right, now let's go into this. It's odd, like in certain, it kind of looks purple, but it's not purple, but it kind of looks purple. Let's just go under the eye with it first. It's interesting. Like the other shades, I'm just going here on the outer edge. It's like it's almost a different hue. Like a different, I don't know, it looks cooler than the other shades. Like the other shades, the red and the orange definitely go cool, warm. And then that pinky, like opalescent shade and this brownish purple shade go cool. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Wayne Goss number 3, nothing on it. I'm just gonna buff out this edge here. And go over the top. And I think I'm gonna go back in with that red shade and intensify, give it a little more depth. Cranberry shades always look beautiful to me, but then they make me a little nervous because I think they can kind of make you look, not ill, but I mean, you know, like the red around your eyes kind of thing. I don't know. I think I'm gonna take the highlighter and put it up here in my brow bone. Now I'm gonna go in with a Tom Ford liner. I think I'm gonna use the Tom Ford eyeliner pen. Okay, I'm gonna go in with curl my lashes, put on some mascara, badass mascara, and we'll go from there. Mascara is on. I'm gonna bring you in a little bit closer so you guys can see the eye look, and then we'll do lips. Okay, we are up close and personal now. So I'm gonna close my eyes so you can see the final look. Definitely more dramatic than the Rose Cashmere. It is definitely more pigmented. It's a warm toned palette. But I will say, to me, the two shades, the burnt orange and the cranberry, are gorgeous and I love them. The other two shades are beautiful, but to me, and again, maybe I'm missing something, but to me, they look like they belong in a different palette. Those are the cool shades. These two. This is remnant of the burnt orange, but you see what I mean? Like, these are very cool, and then these, the orange and the red ran very, very, to me, very warm. So I'm not against mixing hues or shades in a palette or on your eyes. I just think if you're gonna have a coordinated palette like this, it should all be the same hue, all the same undertone. But so I'd probably just use the two warm shades together and use like the highlighter as a brow bone and in the inner corner, and then maybe use the contour shade or the bronzer shade, whatever you want to call it, as like the intensifier on my eyes. And then I'd use those two cool shades separately, I think. I mean, it's really pretty and I like the shades. I'm not sure they gel, at least not on me. I'm not sure the whole palette is cohesive. I think it's pretty. I think the shades are pretty. I think the pigment is beautiful. Formula's gorgeous, blends beautifully, nothing bad about that. I don't know, it seems like there's two different, like it was like two different palettes. Okay. Let me take you back a little bit so you don't have to feel like you're right on top of me. So today what we're going to pair with the red harness is the Tom Ford Lost Cherry and the Tom Ford Lost Cherry lipstick. For the Rose Cashmere, I chose the Rose Prick perfume and the Rose Prick packaging lipstick, which is actually Indian Rose. And Lost Cherry has very much a, cherry scent, but it's spicier than that. It's more nuanced than that. When I first smelled it, I was actually in Florida on a girls' weekend, and I fell in love with it immediately. I didn't think I was gonna like it. We were all having our makeup done, we were going out, and I was like, they're like, oh, do you wanna try this new scent? And I had seen it. I had seen Lost Cherry, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like it. I I was like, I'm not gonna like it. I don't like those types of fruity, and I was like, eh. Smelled it, loved it. I have it in this size, and then I have it in actually a very large size because I loved it so much. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it in case for some reason he discontinues it or something. The lipstick, I also have 2 of them because again, I wasn't sure it was gonna be limited edition. So I went ahead and purchased it. This is not a shade I wear very often because it is a bright cherry red, but I just thought it'd be fun to pair it with this for you guys to see and see what you think. Okay, so as you can see, it is a very bright cherry red shade. It has a luminescence to it, almost a, it's not like a sparkle, but it's got, I don't know what the word is, like a glimmer. It's hard to explain, but it's an iridescence is the best way I would describe it. It has an iridescence to it that is really very pretty. If you look at it on me, like I said though, my skin tone pulls very, very pink, very cool. So anything that has, you know, if it's not a warmed toned color, it's gonna go very pink on me. So I'm gonna put it next to the Effin' Fabulous, which is also Tom Ford. So this is the Lost Cherry, and this is the Effin' Fabulous. And if I'm gonna wear a red, usually go for this one more than the Lost Cherry, because the Lost Cherry goes more pink on me, and the Fabulous goes more neutral. It actually, I think, probably pulls a little bit more warm on most folks, but on me, you know, it goes to a neutral place. My skin tone is definitely cool. My hair, though, actually has a warmer tone to it. I can do cool and warm shades because of the I don't know what, it's not discrepancy, but because of the coolness of my skin, but the warmness of my hair, I can actually pull off both, and most of the time I just try to trend towards a neutral. But if something is really pink, like a bubblegum pink, it just doesn't look good. So the Lost Cherry is certainly not that. It's what I would call a hot pink red, but it, you know, it's cherry. It's a cherry color, but I do love it. It is gorgeous. I usually warm it up a little bit with the chocolate liner from Sicily, my favorite. But the scent, I love the scent. Honestly, guys, it's not a scent that I would, like I said, I would not have been drawn to it. I probably wouldn't have picked it up in these days when you can't go into a place and test it. But if you have an opportunity to smell it or get a tester of it, I would. It's really unique, and in my opinion, truly beautiful. I enjoy it, and anytime I wear it, people ask me what I'm wearing. Really, I mean, they do. I have actually had complete strangers come up to me and ask. So it's a great scent. It is unique. It is beautiful. And you know, Tom Ford always does a good job with his scents. They are usually pretty nuanced and unique, and I haven't had a Tom Ford yet that I've smelled that I thought was awful. There's ones that I don't particularly like because I don't like that type of scent, but they're all, I mean, they have good ingredients, they're done well, and they have pretty good lasting power on pretty much anyone that I've ever talked to. Definitely for me, so. So that's it today. I'd say my thoughts about the palette. I love the formula. I love the warm shades in there. I think they're gorgeous. The burnished amber orange color and the cranberry are really pretty. The highlight I love. It's like a peachy highlight. I think that looks really nice. The bronzer I actually think has blended into my skin well. At first I was kind of like, eh, but I do like it. It's warmer than I usually go, but I like the shade. So I would definitely do the bronzer, contour, and the highlighter, no doubt. The two shades in here that are cooler seem to me just like misplaced. Red Harness, I don't know, I think the other shades should have been warmer shades, but maybe they did that on purpose to cool it down. I'm not sure. I just don't think it fits as well. That's just me. But I'll definitely, those two cooler shades, the opalescent pink and the one that looks to me purple, but I know is really just like a cool brown, I will definitely wear those. I will just do a cooler look with them. I'll take those two shades, probably just those two shades themselves, and blend them and do like a cool, like actually it would look nice with this lip because this is actually cooler. So that's the kind of thing I would do. Again, I'm not saying it's not a nice palette. For those of you who mix hues and do like cool and warm, and then I think you're gonna love it. That's not what I do. I tend to stick within a certain shade range or hue or undertone. I just feel more comfortable with it. That's all. Yeah, it's very pretty. The palettes are really nice, guys. I have to say, the two that I've done so far, I'm not blown away by them. I think they're nice. I think they're Tom Ford quality. But I don't know if I'm just like, maybe my expectations were too high because I wanted them for so long. That's a possibility. But anyway, so far so good. I do like them, nothing bad. We'll do the third one, which is I've just forgotten the name of it. I have it here somewhere. Where is it? We'll do the third one, Moonlit Violet, and I have a perfume and lip to go with that one as well. Like I said, I don't have the third intensity, which was Moss Agate, which, like I said, I regret a great deal because those shades in that eye quad I loved. Those, in fact, those were the eye quad colors that attracted me to the palette when I saw pictures of it in the beginning. And the only reason I didn't buy it was because I thought the bronzer or contour would be too deep for me. So I was an idiot. If it comes available, if any of you see it, let me know. Yeah, if it becomes available, I mean, I'm gonna buy it in a second. I'm just gonna be like running out the door. So I should have bought it. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, so thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope to see you again in a video really soon. Remember to hit like, to hit subscribe. If you could share my channel, that would be great. I would appreciate it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.